What I have for you today is an awesome little, not necessarily review, but a first unboxing and look at a product that was sent to me by Novritsch. And I do want to say this is a sponsored video, but they are not forcing my hand. Everything you see here and as always on my channel is my genuine and real opinion. All they asked is my genuine and honest feedback. They sent me a replica plus a couple of accessories for it, and I figured why not do a little unboxing video and show you my first thoughts on it before we do the full cinematic review video. Specifically, the only thing that I did was I popped this open, grabbed the replica out, removed the orange tip because I don't think it looks good on video and I don't want it there and it's legal in my state, and then reboxed everything, and I haven't looked at anything else. First off, you always get a nice little letter from Novritsch, and I really do enjoy this because inside of here, never throw these out. It contains stickers, and my favorite, they always include a patch. And it's a mystery patch. You never really know what you're getting. That's awesome. So we got a little SSP28. Always love that. So make sure you open the envelopes from Novritsch. We got 2 pouches. If you haven't seen what's on the box and the thumbnail, I don't know how you'd miss it, but this will also give it away. These are their Gen 2 open pistol mag pouches, and these are in amber, which match my plate carrier and my upper and lower gear and all the stuff that I wear, which is really cool. So they asked what camo I wanted, and I chose these. Obviously the meat and potatoes. We'll look at that in just a second. It looks like they sent, oh awesome, they sent 2 mags and then some other accessories for it. What do we got here? We got the universal holster adapter, which is perfect. I actually have a holster that we can throw that into, so that'll attach to here, which we'll install during a different video. And the red dot plate, which is really cool. So basically, they kind of set me up. I'm ready to like hit a game with this, which is really cool. And I might even try and hit the field with this and run this as a sidearm, even a primary if I can hit an indoor game before I film the full review. So this, if you haven't seen, is their newest sidearm release. This is the SSP28, which is kind of like their SSP18, but with a split slide. It's like the best of both worlds with their SSP5, their like high kappa variant, in the style of a Glock variant, but modeled after their SSP18. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. Now again, keep in mind when we do open this up, I love the box, it's magnetic. It really does like offer a lot of enjoyment when you start the unboxing, and I think an unboxing experience is definitely something that's not worth looking past. If I pop the SSP28 out, you can see this is not the thread protector that's going to come on it. I just threw this on because, again, like I said, I removed the orange tip, and this is just the one that I had lying around. And it looks like it also comes with another mag and an Allen key. So I assume that Allen key is to adjust your hop up. Really, really cool that they come with a base plate. I have a few of the Novritsch Glock mags, and I enjoy them, but I've never seen the ones with the base plates. So that's really nice to see. So what is the SSP28? Like I said, it's kind of modeled after a Glock. And similar to their SSP18, which is the same thing, except this is a split slide design. What's that mean? Well, the slide is split in 2, like that. See that? Super cool. And the idea behind that, and this is becoming more popular recently, and there's a real reason for it. So this could increase gas efficiency. What do I mean? When you drop the hammer and it releases gas from the valve and gas blows through the unit, you need a certain amount of gas to extend the springs and move whatever weight or whatever slide you're moving backwards, or bolt you're moving if you're using like an AR or something. In this case, since the slide is lighter and it's only half the moving parts, you therefore need less gas, so that valve can release less gas. And if made correctly, imagine if it uses half the amount of gas because it's not moving the entire slide, it's only moving half of it, you can likely double the amount of rounds you'll get out of a single gas fill because your reservoir goes a little bit longer of a way. That's not all. I don't particularly know where these connect into place, and I don't want to open these yet because I want to actually do that in a separate video. But with split slide designs, it also increases accuracy and likelihood of holding 0. Now, here's what I mean. When you throw an RMR plate onto a slide, if it was like a regular blowback slide, kind of like their SSP28, where the entire slide reciprocates, and you throw an RMR plate on that with a red dot, the entire slide moves and so does the dot. So it's a little bit harder to stay on your sights when looking through the red dot because it moves, right? The idea when you're firing accuracy-wise is to hold everything as stable as possible. If this mounts up the way that I think it does, it might just replace the back piece here, that rear sight. But some split slide designs will mount the red dot in a non-moving area, like attached to the barrel. And since the barrel doesn't move and just the slide does, and if it's attached up there, it can actually reduce the amount that that sight moves because it's not sliding with the slide, it's just recoil based. So it's easier to hold a 0 on your sight when you're ADSing, which is also really cool. Plus, the other added thing, which they already kind of do with the SSP28, the front barrel, unlike a Glock, which you notice is always loose, this is rock solid and tight. So your accuracy is going to be just that much more accurate. Like I said, I have owned a ton of Novritsch's products, and I personally really do enjoy them. I think the snipers are great. I think the SSP28 was great. I think the SSP5 was phenomenal. And I'm really excited to take a look at this guy as well. I've also owned the SSX303, which I like, but there's just really no blowback, and a non-blowback to me was a little boring, so it wasn't something that I kept around. I guess we'll just take a closer look at this guy here. So this grip paneling is very common for a lot of the things that you receive from Novritsch, and it's nice. It's not the best grip paneling, but it definitely offers a lot of surface area and texture. I just wish it was maybe like a little sharper or more like stippling. It does look cool. It's got a big boxy mag release. Super easy to hit. I don't think I'm gonna accidentally touch it, but I do wish there was maybe like some raised around the outside so like it would avoid it, because I do, you know, I just grab and move and I'm a little clumsy, so a lot of user error there. It's got the Glock style safety on the trigger. It's got that little lever in the center. And your bolt release is, see, I went to go move the whole slide. Your bolt catch and release is ambidextrous, which is really cool. Nice and easy to grab at, as expected. This does come with a fun mode and a single shot mode, and that clicks into place nicely. It's not loose at all. Let's take a look at the trigger. So there's a little bit of room there. It's like a heavy wall. But I wouldn't say there's a heavy wall, I'm sorry. There's a wall there, but then it kind of just releases and glides with tension. You can't really feel where it's gonna break. A lot of take up there. And then after it resets, there is some over travel to let that safety sit. It's no adjustable trigger, but it's not bad by any means. The rear irons are white with a fiber optic red up in the front. Looks cool. So these screw ports are actually for the universal mounting plate so that you can mount it to a holster. And that's ambidextrous. It mounts here or here. We'll install that in another video. I do like all the porting on the sides. Big fan of the porting. And up here too. You got a little rail attachment point on the base. Everything is aluminum, with the exception of the grip, which is plastic or polymer. Guess it's not uncomfortable, but it almost feels like I'm holding a big candy bar. It's a very like rectangular shaped grip. Threads are 14mm counterclockwise. Something that was really interesting that you don't often see is they actually pinned it in twice. So when I was trying to remove the pins, I noticed that's a lot of glue. I didn't screw up the threads. The threads are still in good condition. But with the cap they had on, it was pinned in 2 locations, pin here and a pin in the opposing side. So it was a little bit of a nightmare to get off. I understand, like, you know, for shipping legal reasons, they have to do that. It's legal in my state to remove it after it's been shipped, so that's not a problem. What's also really cool is it comes with the base plate. I would imagine we will be able to fill this guy up just from here. I don't think we'll have to remove the base plate. Why don't we test that out? So I got the Coleman propane with the Jaeger adapter. That is long enough. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, that's awesome. So you can load it with the base plate. There's no need to take it off. Just like a simple ambidextrous, so I imagine you can probably flip this back and forth. Glock mag. Those stand really nicely. And let's see if we can load them with a T238 speed loader. I've actually recently figured out a way to load Glock mags with these speed loaders. Notoriously, the Glock style mags are very hard to load. But if it won't load, I have a tactic. And I'll show you that in a second. Oh my God. Is that the first time I've ever loaded a Glock mag? Yeah. Okay, that is the first Glock mag I've ever successfully been able to load on one of these like electric speed loaders. It looks like it could take a few more. Yeah. Holy smokes, Novritsch. That I didn't expect. That's really cool. All right, the other thing that I forgot to mention, your hop up is right here. Just a grub screw up in the top. Really easy to access. Popping out a little bit. All right, let's, yeah. Why don't we see how it fires? Make sure everything works the way that it should before I go and actually like take it to a field or I do the review video. Here we go. Whoa. Holy. No? Did I not get a full fill? I might have to purge this first. How about now? Yeah, there you go. Okay, that is extremely snappy. The other thing I want to see, because I've heard that these are extremely fast in auto, obviously with such a light slide. So I want to see how it fares in auto. Pop this off. Load those extra BBs. Okay, let's get that guy in, and let's see what fun mode does. I may have just double fed. So I've heard these are extremely fast. 3, 2, 1. Jeez! Wow. That has like TM, I don't know if you remember the Extreme 45 high cap was out of the box. That's fast. That's really fast. Okay, I think I kind of went over everything that I wanted to go over. We're going to run a full review video soon. I have that, and then we'll obviously check out some of the upgrades and whatnot. I really appreciate them sending me all this stuff that I can now, like, I'm basically like set up. So I could play with this too before, so I can get a real solid idea. Got some extra mags. I got a red dot we'll throw on there. Actually, I have one of the Novritsch red dots, which works even perfectly. It might be gold. I don't really remember. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe the mounting plate was just gold. Maybe it's black. So we'll check that out too. If anybody has these or has any experience with them, let me know. But I was really enticed to see them when they first came out, specifically because I found it really weird that the dual springs were exposed, which personally aren't exactly my favorite thing to see in the world. But when it's closed up, you don't really notice them. And I'm always looking for a new sidearm to run alongside my sniper, especially with the warmer weather coming out. This guy might just take the cake for that if it performs well. I guess we'll see. Catch you in the next adventure, and I'm excited to have Novritsch as an official sponsor on our channel. Thanks for pairing with me. I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Peace.